my princess. Do you know what you want to be when you grow up?
I'm gonna be an astronaut, and then I'm gonna save the world from all the aliens and the bad guys that try to take over the world.
Oh, is that so?
Then, after I save the world, I can have all the candy I want because I'll be a hero.
Oh, so you were taught that you'll be rewarded for being a hero. Oh, my poor princess. That must sound like a lot of work to do in exchange for something that brings you pleasure.
My mommy said hard work pays off.
Doesn't that sound exhausting? Don't you feel tired just thinking about carrying everyone else's burdens on your shoulders? My princess, you have such little shoulders.
I'll get bigger shoulders.
Oh, my innocent. Wouldn't you love to receive your candy without hurting your shoulders?
How do I do that?
You take, my princess. You take without exchanging anything in return. You keep your heart tucked away and go after every urge you desire. You leave everyone around you with nothing.
That doesn't sound very nice.
It's not supposed to, sweetheart. Why do you think this world has aliens and bad guys? It's because before they were bad, no one appreciated them. They were beaten, abused, hated. All because they were too nice. You see, my princess, they were just like you. They too wanted all the candy in the world. So they tried to be good, but they became bad anyway.
So, I should be bad?
Yes, princess. As soon as you scratch that itch, you can have all the candy in the world.
But I don't feel itchy.
You'll understand when you're older, princess. My father always taught me to be nice. A good deed should always suffice any moment of tension we face in our lives. My mama always taught me to never be a punk. But somewhere in my childhood, my heart always trumped being any kind of aggressive. Like, why should I let external forces change my nature? Subconsciously suppressing my negative thoughts, consciously creating boundaries for my body because all it wants is to be touched. By the air, by drugs, by hands. It doesn't know anything better. All it knows is stimuli. Forgiving others no matter how much they wronged you, not letting anyone know how you truly feel because the truth can be dangerous. It's always best to hide. Have a blind side, not know exactly when I'm being disrespected. Be so oblivious that everything that might seem harmful to you is overlooked. Don't realize that having a big heart is like having an epidural injected into your soul. You may not feel what's breaking you, but it's still breaking you. Ignore it, you'll be okay. Pray. Always pray, even if you don't know how to. God is gonna say something and you'll have to trust yourself to hear it clearly. Use these commandments as a guideline and life should work out for you. And if it doesn't work out for you, you must have done something wrong. Maybe you're the problem. If this thought ever occurs to you, believe it. Because if anything bad happens to you, it's all your fault. The choices you make are based on your judgment, and your judgment determines your fate. You must learn how to strengthen your judgment at all times. Otherwise, your peace won't make it out this hell alive. Be a good person, be a good person, be a good person, be a good person, be a good person. Even if it means hurting yourself. This is a man's world. Man wrote songs about it. If you're two women, then you might not be the same once you leave up out of it. Girls be dying without a casket to hold them. All we want is for somebody to hold us. God gave us more than one life. You know how many lies we got? Society calls what we carry kitty. Superstition calls this 9 lives. What a coincidence. My prediction is we got more than 9 lives. Since girls nowadays is getting a period at age 9. Every time she tries to give her love away, one of her eggs break. She lost a part of herself. She was taught that this this body is simply an arrangement for more bodies. If you give too much of yourself away, then you won't have anything left. All you be is a female, an egg. You wouldn't even be confined to a species like woman. Being in a relationship is safer than casual sex, at least that's what we think. Marriage is the only way you'll be protected, at least that's what we think. Fuck the high divorce rates, ain't nobody safe. It's okay if you want a fat ass, but it's a problem if I wanted a bag. You can only take so much from us until we start giving up and start asking for something in return. Since when did intimacy become transactional? But I guess the real question is who abused the other one first. Cause I ain't saying the other side of the spectrum don't get hurt. We just carrying the history in our hips. It don't matter where we are now. The oppression we were supposed to heal ain't out of us. So yeah, we mad. So yeah, we get attached on accident. We ain't asked for it. Oppression isn't an Olympic sport, but we treat it like such. Cause debates abuse us and we don't wanna give up. We don't feel heard, so we attack. And the war between men and women move miscommunications forward. Our hearts been too tampered with. They started pumping off beat. Something, everything is not in sync no more. Something isn't in sync no more. Now we gotta think on our feet and start moving like how men do. Women don't feel safe no more. Now we gotta create a fake reality in our minds in order to survive our real lives. Like, we don't make love no more. We fuck, we numb, we scrub that oxytocin away like how a mama scrubs crayons off the wall. This new world order is off the walls. Souls going ghost and it's haunting us all. We don't want to accept that fault as the new adults. Why the kids keep getting lost? Ain't we supposed to be their heaven? Ain't mothers supposed to be everyone's heaven? I ain't saying we should blame the mothers. I'm asking, did we lose too much of ourselves to keep track of everyone else? Cause no one took the time to take care of us while we were taking care of everyone else. Our girls, our women, our mothers did the best they could. But what happens when her best isn't good enough? The world couldn't move without her. The world gets lost on its axis and the heaven on earth we once knew existed becomes extinct. Like humanity would if we decided to close our legs and hide where nobody could find us. We all failed to recognize that a woman has the potential to become a mass murderer. No bloodshed. Ride in peace out like I'm down to ride whatever. Ride in peace out like I'm down to ride forever. Ride in peace out like I ain't nothing clever. There's power in a pedal, a steering wheel, and neon lights. It's a fake high, enough to make you wanna ride for real. Sometimes I think about stealing the wheel and running away, never looking back. I could be under attack and I'd still keep my focus intact. Destination undecided, like I'm a runaway bride going through a crisis. No license, a car wreck would be better cause at least I know I caused it. At least I know I was in control. Ain't that why we self-sabotage? Our past is just a montage of what we fear. The rearview mirror is smaller than what's in front of me for a reason. I can't be looking back, I can't be looking back. Whatever happens might be bad, but at least I know what's up. Thoughts of a passenger princess. Ride in peace out like I'm delusional. Ride in peace out like I'm learning how to drive. Ride in peace out like it'll change my life. Ride in peace out is hypnotizing. It soothes me from whatever feels agonizing. Ride in peace out is where the magic happen. Cars honking cause they clapping for me. Standing ovation. Ride in peace out ovulating. Leave when I become passenger queen. I can make any move I want to in any seat. The freeway is a game of chess. And I dream of becoming passenger queen. I gotta become the driver first, so I can immerse myself in neon lights from every direction. Ride in every direction, no viewer's discretion. I'ma have my shit tinted. I've been staring at this paper, sharing my deepest thoughts, holding in a thunderstorm and molding all my light into lightning. So if I shock you, it's cause I might be enlightening myself. If I'm being honest with you, I might shock myself. I reached the highest heights of the good girl archetype, and I think this is the part where the character arc becomes dark. I catch myself reflecting on adolescence, and I think that I've accepted I am a late bloomer. I blame the baby boomers that told me to stay a kid as long as I can, but the way I grew up, it's just too hard to hold on to sometimes. Blessed with both parents, divinely protected, I was still presented with tests I couldn't study for. 'Cause life presents us with tests we can't study for in order to learn the lesson. Unlike the lessons they taught us in school, the truth is being a black girl alone is its own hell. And there was something about my life that just always didn't feel right. Because I had the unapologetic audacity to be different. I believed in the impossible. And where I'm from, believing in the impossible is an act of rebellion.
Thousands of passengers on that cruise ship are...
Tonight, U.S. cases more than doubling.
The disease that defined our lives.
More than 24,000 now nationwide.
A Washington state man testing positive for the deadly virus.
Attention. This is not a test of the emergency system. Please stop whatever you're doing and listen closely to this live announcement.
Today we are here to honor the beloved memory of the lover girls and the lover boys who have been diagnosed with an aggressive disease of betrayal, abandonment, and great devastation. They wore their hearts on their sleeves, giving them a high risk of infection. They carried their hopes and exposed their emotions to the poison. Rest in peace to the lover girls and the lover boys who committed their hearts and sacrificed their vulnerability in order to make the world a better place. Due to their serious infections, this now taints the possibility of future repairs and all generational curses. Because as we all know, in order to build something great, it must start off in the household. The raising of a family, a great family, is built on the foundation of love, the unconditional kind that gets us through the darkest times when finances don't seem to act right, and the system we reside in fights all of our basic human rights. Unfortunately, we have lost all control of this disease. It's been spreading in our water, polluting all of our air and other sources we might not be aware of. We must all protect ourselves effectively by quarantining our hearts and feelings. Anything can damage it. And with the direction our world is heading in, we can't afford to have any more deaths. As of today, we're issuing a global emergency to maintain the last remains of love we have left in our hearts. We are aware this is a scary time, so we will now provide you with some guidelines to follow. We advise you all to have all the sex you want, no strings attached. If you are a woman, we recommend you take testosterone pills after sex to help decrease any high levels of oxytocin. We advise you all to be toxic, remain closed off, and most importantly, do not fall in love. It will kill you. Said no for the first time and I liked it. Got crossfaded with college athletes and I liked it. I blocked a dude who called me cute too many times and I liked it. Got sexual with no strings attached and I liked it. I ghosted somebody I ain't feel like talking to and I liked it. I quit my job cause I ain't like it. Fuck a 2 weeks notice. If you appreciate me, then you know you should speak to me nicely. I got enough of good karma to pay for the disrespect I'm about to give. I don't want to hear I'm acting different. They say an eye for an eye will leave us both blind, but I say being blind will make us all less superficial. I played the devil's advocate and I liked it. I started leaving people on red and I liked it. They texted me back again, I ain't reply, but I liked it. That bully that did me wrong, I turned them into a poem. Won a poetry slam, made $500 and guess what? I liked it. I turned inconveniences into a bag and I like it. I started being a little more mean and things suddenly started to work out for me. I started treating others how they did me and I liked it. I became selfish and I liked it. I was so innocent, I got my heart broken. Spoke up about it, nobody gave a fuck. So I broke one back. He was innocent, but I didn't give a fuck. It feels so good not to let it happen to you. I got a new crew. I lost a lot of friends who really didn't love me as I am. I like my new friends. I stopped falling in love. It took a little poison, but it was worth it. I threw my emotional heart into a waste bin and I liked it. I watched it rot and I liked it. It wasn't good for me. It could have killed me. I got a new heart. It's mechanical. It only works if I use my logic instead of my feelings. It's taking me time to get used to, but I like it though. I became the villain and I liked it. I became the monster and I liked it. I'm the disease now. Anything toxic can't affect me now. If you touch me, I won't suffer a miserable fate. If you touch me, I'll just mutate. I reciprocate energy now, and I don't like it. I love it. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. Try being wholesome, why you don't feel whole. Try being wholesome, why you losing your soul. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. Try being wholesome, I bet you will fold. Try being wholesome, try being wholesome, try being wholesome. One in a million of us gon' make it. They don't tell you being nice all the time is draining. I've been praying to finally have the confidence to go crazy. Pour into my own cup the way I do for others. I wanna be selfish so I can be happy. I wanna be selfish so I can be happy. If I spread too much of my kindness, it'll leave me blind to all the disrespect. And nobody teaches the kids about emotional neglect. So nobody knows how it affects us. We just being too dramatic. And absolutely nothing that we feel is valid. It just gets added to the swimming pool of rejects, weirdos, the misunderstood, the hopeless hood of the wannabe heroes. And why is this the kind of archetype to get denied a conversation to be recognized? I am what the world likes to call a good girl, the people pleaser in exchange for love. Medicine isn't medical, it's mental. I made my heart mechanical, and then it started to malfunction. I deprived myself of my true nature. It was cool at first, until I couldn't function. Lost control, I was out of control. I couldn't recognize myself. It's one thing to change, it's another thing to see yourself in the mirror and hate what you became. I thought I beat the disease, but I was actually infected. Denial was a symptom. The sad reality is we can't run away from how we truly feel, because being the villain can feel good for a second, until it drives away everyone who ever loved you, until you can't take back all the harmful things you said, until you can't repair the hearts you might have broken, until you watch someone you love die. You'll realize that there's more to life than fighting our feelings. They're trying to teach us. Instead of listening, we just let them get the best of us. They're trying to teach us how to be there for each other. Because we're all hurting. Feels like I'm starting from square one. I've been realizing that feelings pass. All it does is take time. I can't avoid my feelings. I just have to take my time feeling them. The pain don't go away overnight. Neither does the wound of a soldier. But as soon as it does, you'll remember when you were hurt and realize that it was nothing more than a memory that brought you here. Still breathing, still succeeding, even though you may not know it. But honestly, some things don't heal completely. Some wounds will always be tender, but you still move on. You get your heart broken and you still might love them. You lose something that drove you crazy and you still might miss it. You make choices you aren't proud of and it haunts you every day, but you still wake up. You choose to try again today. Because as much as we forget how permanent some things might seem in our lives, our fate can still change. But we gotta make room for it. If we're too closed off, we can't make room for medicine. And we need medicine. We need to love ourselves and be loved by others. It's our only chance at survival. The more we get stuck in denial, the harder it is to grow. And those growing pains ain't no joke. As my good friend would say, we gotta keep going. That's all we can do. Acknowledge what everything is. Set boundaries, try new things, know how to advocate for ourselves. But don't let this world make your heart cold, because you may never know how to use it again. Instead, we gotta learn how to find the fun and the things that scare us. Lately, my favorite saying is I'ma think about it. I don't make decisions impulsively no more. I'm at the core of an awakening. My reality is shaking the more I continue to shape me. If I ain't got an answer right now, it's cause I don't take being a clown lightly. I was bullied enough as a little girl. I don't care about what nobody say. Behaving differently than my peers and getting made fun of for it still affects me to this day. That shit sticks to your bones. I be feeling like it messed up my growth. I catch myself living in the past, talking to myself in response to the rhetoric. Started feeling like I was schizophrenic. Felt like I didn't fit in anywhere, so I created my own shit. I don't even know what cinematic poetry is. I just know I can make my own rules, cause ain't nobody else doing it. I hate being oblivious. We all supposed to grow at different paces. But why it always feel like I'm racing? I don't even look like my age, and even that feels isolating. I used to think there was something wrong with me. The truth was, they ain't know how to talk to a prodigy. Growing pains hurt different when you wear your heart on your sleeve. You like to think that everyone thinks just like you. And that was the hardest thing for me to unbelieve.
Today's poetry is brought to you by Mixed Rose, the cinematic poet.